Hello and good morning. Good morning and hello. This morning, is it morning? Oh, it's 12:09. No, it's afternoon. By popular demand. Well, I don't know how popular the demand was, but one person asked me if I would show them to how to oh, wait a minute. I punched holes in these already. Okay, so I'm going to cover them anyway, even with these holes. It's okay. It's all right. It's fine. It's good. It's all good. Okay, I'm going to cover them even though I already made holes in them. I'm going to cover these. By popular demand, oh, I already said that. I'm going to cover these covers. I'm going to cover these covers, these book covers. And so, use this here paper that I got from the Paper Studio Everyday Craft Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to show you how I cover these. I'm going to show you how I cover these. What I first do is I measure. I measure them to see what the size is. What the size. So I use this. This is called a ruler. You know you can get these at Hobby Lobby 3 for $1. Okay, but anyway, this here is 5 almost by 6 3/4 by 5. So 6 3/4 by 5. I'm going to cut my paper 1 inch bigger all the way around. So 6 3/4 by 5. I'm going to cut it 7 3/4 by 6. So that makes it an inch bigger. 1 inch bigger. Okay, then that will, okay, see how that's 1 inch bigger all the way around, actually a half an inch around. Now the second piece of paper, I want to cut just a smidgen less than whatever I said this size was. Okay, what size did I say it was? I said it was, okay, 5 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to cut it just a smidgen less than 5 by 6 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one to a smidgen less than 6, a smidgen, which is probably about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and then I want this one a smidgen below the 5. Now that is going to cover, what did I do wrong? Okay, well, I pretend you didn't even watch that. Just delete that part out of your mind. Okay, see? This, I want to have a smidgen less than 5. Okay, let's just do one size at a time. A smidgen less than 5. Okay, and this one, I want a smidgen less than 6. Wait a minute. A smidgen less than 7. Smidgen less than 7. Okay, I don't know why I keep coming up with different measurements. You have to understand that I was raised in a barn. Okay, now, let me look at this. Let me look. That'll work. That'll work. This will work. Don't lose that, Elizabeth. Put that right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just covering one piece. This piece. Cover this. Cover this. Oh, this is like if you go to the thrift shop and find old games, the game boards are amazing for your book page, your book covers. Game boards. cut them suckers up into pieces, and then there you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to glue this to this. So what I need is glue. Now, just any glue, any PVA glue will do. Just a thin bit of glue. That's just very sparse right there. And then you center that right there on your piece. And I suggest glue it rather than the double-sided tape because you can jiggle it and wiggle it. Okay? And then you get that on there. Now you've got a 1/2 inch-ish all the way around. So I have this here little corner thing that helps me. Now you can take a like a rotary cutter, which I would normally use, but I don't have that right now in front of me. So I'll just put little lines there with this corner piece. And this way, I use this because I get the same corner on every corner. Now this is a www.colorwayarts.com is where I got this. I paid $11 for this, but this is $11, in my opinion, well spent. Now, you could just cut with a rotary cutter on there, or you can do like this and just make the lines and then cut, 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 and they're all the same. I've always had where I cut too much on the edge corner or not enough, and it never turns out exactly right. Okay, so then you take your bone folder, or if you don't have a bone folder, like I do have a bone folder, but it's just not right here right now. So I'm just going to take the edge of my scissor, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to just kind of score that a little bit like this. Now I'm always going to start with the long edges, and first fold it like this. And I'm going to put a bead of glue right on the edge there, but then I'll put a little bead of glue right here. Now you could take a paintbrush and you could actually squish that around, but I'm just going to put my fingers on there, and I'm going to just put that over there like this. Okay, and then that will glue that. And because I put that on the edge like this, hold it just a second there. The glue on the edge actually, I don't know where my bone folder is. Where's my bone folder? Where is my one of many bone folders? I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to do like that. Okay, now I will glue that right at the fold, and then I'm going to glue there on the edge. Okay, and then turn it over there. Hold that just for a minute, not a minute even, just till it, you know, kind of stakes a little bit. Okay, and then really this is where my bone folder would come in very handy, but I don't have it here. Jeez, Elizabeth Marie. Okay, so I'm going to just push that down right there. I'm going to just push that little bit of a corner down. Just use the edge of my scissors. I'm going to push that down before I do the short ends. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on the short ends. Put that bead of glue right there. See where that glue is? Right on the edge. And right on the where it's going to fold there, and then right on the edge. Okay, and then fold it over. by cutting off that corner. Now, if you don't have one of these corner things, that is no big deal. Just for me, because I have trouble, because everything causes me trouble, that works really, really good for me. And so, but then just cut and guesstimate. But get that corner off, because if you leave that corner on, then you got a lump and a clump, and you don't want a clumpy lump. We never want clumpy lumps. There we go. Now we're doing this one right there at where the rubber meets the road, or whatever you call that. And then, wait a minute, why did that want to just clog up on me then, midstream? That is not good. Why would that want to do that? Why? Why to me, and I'm an old lady, I can't handle this kind of, these problems when you're an old woman, when you're elderly, like me. Where's my pincushion? Forget this. Look at this. Why? I'm almost done. Let me get this one. Why did that do that? Now, see this one here, I got to take this lid off of here and go wash it, because it's not doing me good either. My glue is, oh, see, there now. Okay, so I got that on there, but I want to take my finger and there we go. See? So now I'll go like this way. See, now I'll have to go fix these clogged up. Yeah, I know why it is. It's because I leave the lids off. I leave the lids off, and leaving the lids off is not healthy for your glue. Take care of your glue so it'll last a long time. Now I cut this piece, I cut just a smidge less. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go on the corner, and I am going to just cut that corner, just barely cut the point off of that corner. Just barely cut it off. Okay, just barely. Now I barely, you can't hardly even see where I cut it, but the corner is gone. Okay, now I'm going to put this glue on here, and then I'm going to just spread the glue. Wait, I need a little bit more than that. I'm going to get to my edges here, and fix that. Okay, and so there we go. Now I've got my glue spread on there smoothly, and I'm going to put this right on the back then. And because I cut it just a smidge smaller than the original piece, it fits just perfect. Well, almost perfect. Just almost perfect. And so then you have your piece covered. The corners are very nice. And as you can see, I put this on crooked because every time when I'm on national, international television network, I don't do things correctly. So, but that is how I do that. To get that covered, this cover is covered. And like I say, these boards that you get from old games, and a lot of times you can pick up old games at thrift shops and stuff. See here and here, this was a Candyland game. I got that cut. That's ready for a book cover. And so that's what I do. And also when you buy a game like this, like a Scrabble game, you're going to get the Scrabble letters in there, the wooden letters that you can use. And those work very good on things. And when you buy a Candyland game, you get the little cards with the little colors on them. You can use them. So many games have cards with them, and then those cards you can use, especially like the games, question cards and stuff in them that have those kind of things in them. They're beautiful to use, and Look at how cover, and look at what you've got. You've got such a good hard cover for your book. Cover it with any paper or cover it with fabric. Fabric, you would do the same way. Just cover it with fabric. Now, this is a kind of cover that you would put. Now, I will use this with my cinch, and I will cut the cinch. I will use it in a cinch journal, but if you use it for like a binder, you can just rings, the book rings you can use, or you can punch holes and just bind it with ribbon. And that's beautiful too. Ribbon or cord or twine, anything you can bind this with. And so, but these covers on here are beautiful. So I just wanted to share that little bitty thing with you. And like I say, this here little corner thing that is so handy, it's $11 over at this colorwaysarts.com, or she's got an Etsy. I actually ordered it off of Etsy. Let me see. Colorways Arts. Okay. So I guess you would just go Colorway Arts. She's in Grand Haven, Michigan. But she sells that. And she's also, this girl has also got some awesome free tutorials on her site, that a lot of boxes she makes. Oh my goodness, beautiful boxes. And so I'm going to be stalking her site for a long time, because the boxes that I saw she made are absolutely out of this world, and I want to make them. Okay, now, just a second. Hold your britches on. Just a second. Oh, where did I put that book? Where did I put that book? Where did I put the book? Oh, where did I put the book? Wait a minute. I got a book. I didn't put the book where it belongs? How could that be? Okay. Well, I'll get this one. This is not what I was looking for, but this one, because I do love Someone Cares by Helen Steiner Rice. So I'm gonna let's see, The Light of the World. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to hear that word deaf. Oh, there's always a springtime. There we go. There's always a springtime. After the winter comes the spring, to show us again that in everything there's always renewal divinely planned, flawlessly perfect, the world of God's hand, the work of God's hand. And just like the seasons that come and go, when the flowers of spring lay buried in snow, God sends to the heart in its winter of sadness a springtime awakening of new hope and gladness. And loved ones who sleep in the season of death will too be awakened by God's life-giving breath. And that is written by Helen Steiner Rice. Helen Steiner Rice has written some beautiful things, and I ask God to watch over you every move you make, every step you take, and I will see you on the next video. God bless.